Mic check. 1, 2. Mic check. 1, 2. Mic check. 1, 2. Mic check. 1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to race number 2 of the Northwest Short Track Tour Preseason 2025 series. Today we're going to be taking on Richmond International Raceway here with the ARCA cars. We're looking set for 75 laps. Looks like we're going to have some thick qualifying times here. Close at the top, we have Taylor Alto with a 2.231, followed quickly behind with Bryson Richardson with a 22.33, and not following far behind them is Dylan Matthews with a 22.36. Bobby Grady following close with a 22.40. Ryan Macleod with a 22.47. That will be your top 5 here in practice so far. Only 2 minutes remaining still before we'll get started on qualifying here. Qualifying will take the top 5 cars, and those top 5 cars will earn points from 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 respectively for each position. Not to mention we have Corey Eaglebarker in the field here and Dominic Hunter as well. Both of them making their series debuts here tonight for the 2025 Northwest Short Track Tour Preseason series. So folks, you might be wondering if you have been around here last year, been racing with us last year, what is going on? What's the preseason? So preseason this year, we determined that we were going to have a 4-race preseason series just to get things kicked off and underway here. So no pressure, no stakes. These guys just racing for pure cash on points. So right now, Ryan Macleod is leading the point series with a win last weekend. Swept the qualifying and the race and took home 54 points, leading Tim Garski of 51 points, who looks like he hasn't made it in here tonight if he's going to make it. And followed closely behind is Bryson Richardson with 49. So it's going to be a close one here, folks. Qualifying means a lot, and getting that checkered flag is going to mean it all. Can Ryan Macleod get it done again? I spoke with him earlier here. He thinks he can get it done, but tall task ahead of him. He's sitting 5th, and we got some heavy hitters in the field here. Alto, Richardson, Matthews, Grady have something to say about it. Alto and Matthews were not able to make it to last race, but they still look strong, and Matthews is still coming off a strong 2024 campaign where he brought it home 5th in the standings, just behind Ryan J. Macleod, actually. So as we get wrapped up with practice here, we're going to head to qualifying, and then we'll get in to our heat races, which should only be 2 cars tonight. We'll take in 5, so. All right, 5 minutes here, 3 laps per usual. Lone qualifying. Let's see who goes out here first, folks. We have 7 cars entered in for qualifying here. Still a little bit more time for people to join in, but let's get it rolling. Bryson Richardson sitting on pit lane here. He's coming out right now, getting ready for his hot lap. Let's go on board and see what he's doing. As he comes around, let's see how he lines up lap number 1 here. Lap number 1 or number 2 is going to be fastest. Rolling the outside, gassing it up, getting ready to go. Looks like he's just going to warm up here. Looks like lap 1's a warm up. Lap 2 is what you really want, and he's going to set it up just perfect for that. Richardson again brought it home 3rd last week, and not far behind Ryan J. Macleod in the point standings, and he's got something to say about this preseason brawl. Richardson to the top, 23.01. All right, let's go on board here with Taylor Alto. Taylor Alto, new driver with us out of East Wenatchee, Washington, going out for his qualifying time. See, it looks like he runs the middle groove here, coming up out of the corner here, and he's going to be down for lap number 1. Richardson, top of the board, 22.40. Alto not far behind, 22.55. Let's see if he can get it done. He needs about a 10th and a half here, ladies and gentlemen. Can he get it done? Let's see it. Looks smooth, coming out of 4. There it is, checkered flag. Can he get it? Can he get it? No, he doesn't. He's about 7/100 slower here. Dominic Hunter headed out for his qualifying run. Dominic Hunter was struggling. He was looking for a little bit more speed here, but he's a newer iRacer, so he's just learning the ropes here, but I don't doubt he'll figure this out. He's a stout racer in real life, multiple wins across multiple series. Currently races U.S. late models at South Sound Speedway. So we're riding on board with Dominic Hunter here. See if he can get it done, see where he can park this number 18 machine. A little hot getting in that corner there. He's going to put him P3 with a 23.11. So he's going to struggle a little bit here. He's got to find a little speed. As Bobby Grady runs a 22.49. He gets P3 here. Let's see what else he can do. As he's coming out of turn number 4. He's going to take the checkered on his last lap here. Can he get it done to the top? No, he goes a little bit quicker, but not enough to get Taylor Alto. Richardson still standing strong at the top there. Ryan Macleod is out on track right now. He's already laid down lap number 1. Can Ryan Macleod get to the top here? He's got to make up a lot of ground here. A little sideways off that corner, but can he do it? No, he can't. He's going to be about 2/10 off of Bryson Richardson. Richardson's looking strong here with a very quick time, and he could possibly walk away with 10 points if Corey Eaglebarker can do anything about it. Dylan Matthews still has yet to take a time as well. As you see Corey Eaglebarker on track out of Wenatchee, Washington. He's a former driver in the Northwest and a familiar face around here in the Northwest Short Track Tour, but his first appearance here this season for the preseason brawl. Coming around to take his last lap with a 22.86, his first run, and this lap it will be a 22.70, so not enough to break into the top 4 there. He's going to sit P5, and we're just waiting on one more car here, unless Matthews wants to come out. Matthews is coming out, take his qualifying time here. He's got about a minute left. He's going to start rolling here. Matthews will be the last one to take a time. He was quick. He was quick. Remember, folks, he ran a 22.36 in practice here. Running the top. Oh, hits the wall a little bit on that. We'll see if that affects him any. He needs to get a quick lap done here if he wants any shot at getting into this top 5 for some points. Runs the middle groove through 4. Brings it down. Runs it off the corner here. What's this time going to be? This will be the only lap he gets. Matthews going to go P4 with a 22.52. That pushes Macleod down, and he's going to get 2 less points because of it. Ladies and gentlemen, qualifying is over. Bryson Richardson, congratulations on your pole. Congratulations. Let's take a look at the results here. So we got about 10 minutes to warm up. Bryson Richardson, top of the board with a 22.407. Followed back behind with Taylor Alto in second place. Just a little bit slower there, with about 700 slower. And then we have Bobby Grady, 800 slower here, and Dylan Matthews running a 22.52. So looks like we got 3 cars. We're going to line up for the heat race here. We're going to take a look and see how these guys can do. So this will be the only heat race of the night. These 2 guys are going to battle it out for a point. Remember, neither of these guys have started this year, but we're going to go ahead and get these qualifying results off the board and show you the official grid. Ryan Macleod did not start the heat race, it looks like. I don't see him out there. No, he's still out there. So we got another lap around here, folks. Starting on the pole is the number 18 of Dominic Hunter out of Bremerton, Washington. Number 73, Corey Eichelbarker, is going to start his outside, and rounding out the field here for this 3-car heat race will be Ryan Macleod and the number 37 machine back there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be your heat race 1. I'm going to take a look here and get this thing going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dominic Hunter takes the green flag. He pulls down. He's going too slow. They pass him on the outside. Corey Eichelbarker to the early lead. Off a miscue from the 18, he slows down. He must have a black flag or something because that was a quick jump. Eichelbarker gets going again. Ryan Macleod, Dominic Hunter still fighting for position. Dominic Hunter outside, looking outside, can't make anything done. Ryan Macleod to the point. Macleod looks strong right now. Dominic Hunter drives it in deep, gets to the back bumper of the 37. The 37's going around. The 37 goes around off the front bumper of the number 18. And Corey Eichelbarker takes the lead off of this. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have plenty of time. Plenty of time to go. 6 laps. 6 laps left, and these 2 wanted to get together. Dominic Hunter having to retrack himself, get back into it. He drove that car deep in there, and he was not expecting Macleod to get slowed up as much as he did. And this just leaves Corey Eichelbarker to go. He is gone, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a 9-second gap back to Ryan Macleod, and he can just set it on cruise control here. Corey Eichelbarker making it happen for him off the miscue between the 18 and 37. And Macleod and Dominic Hunter still trying to figure out what happened there. Unfortunately, it's going to cost those two both a point going into the preseason, and Macleod needed those points badly because he was leading this race and he did not have a great qualifying effort. So in the race, he's going to have to make up some ground here, and Richardson, while he's not too far behind in the points, still has some ground to make up on Macleod, as there's only 7 cars in the field. Not much disparity between the two. As Corey Eichelbarker continues to lead after the miscues here. Pretty mellow after that. They've pretty much spaced each other out. Macleod and Hunter, the closest the closest battle on track. We go battle for first, quote unquote. Eichelbarker just walking away with it now. Macleod not even gaining any ground here, and unless a big mishap happens from Eichelbarker, it's going to be all wraps here, and Eichelbarker is going to take home a heat race win. As we come around, that's the final lap here. Eichelbarker coming down the backstretch. Getting into 3. Takes the high line through 3. Works it out easy. He's going to walk home. with the victory here. He's just going to park it across the line. He's that good. Eagle Barker, your heat race winner, followed by Ryan Macleod. And coming home in third, it's going to be Dominic Hunter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what an eventful start to this preseason race number 2. All right, let's get down to the main event action as we're going straight to gridding. Starting on the point, we're going to have Corey Eaglebarker, your heat race winner. On the outside of him is going to be Dylan Matthews. Bobby Grady is going to be third, starting third. Taylor Alto in fourth. Bryson Richardson, your pole winner, starting fifth. Followed behind them will be Ryan Macleod and Dominic Hunter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what we can get done here. Just waiting on one more car to line up. The short field like this, it's going to be interesting to see who can get it done and who can keep off each other. Remember, 13 incident points tonight will get you disqualified. So it's going to be all about who can race clean.
Only admin here. Tap rules in effect. There's an absolutely unreasonable black flag. Let me know and I'll clear it. Have fun. Preseason. Don't do anything stupid.
And you heard it here first, folks. That's Dylan Matthews, your admin tonight. And he's going to make sure everything runs clean and smooth. We don't want anything stupid. That racing incident was just a racing incident between the 18 and 37. But we don't want to see anything egregious tonight. Hopefully everybody can bring it home in one piece and have a good time while we're at it. Alrighty, that's your grid info. Let's take a look here. We're racing in the 30 degrees Celsius. We're looking about 80, 90 degrees in American units. So we'll get it done here, folks. We'll get to racing. Dylan Matthews, quick on the time there. Remember, he ran a 2.55, and he's going to start on the pole here. Qualified fourth. We're going to start taking the green flag here for the initial start of the Northwest Short Track Preseason Tour. Looks like Eaglebarker actually is going to be the leader here. And the green flag is out. Eaglebarker, early jump, and he's gone. Macleod did not start the race, but Eaglebarker gets took into turn number 2. Matthews looking strong on that outside, but here comes Eaglebarker back on the inside. Eaglebarker loses it. Matthews straight to the point. On the outside, Taylor Alto goes around. Corey Eaglebarker there in that Miller Lite 54. Following suit will be Bobby Grady in that number 1 machine. Bryson Richardson still falling back out behind there, sitting in 5th, and Dominic Hunter running 6th now as Dylan Matthews leads the point here. Taylor Alto looking strong back there, only 3/10 behind, and he's gaining on that number 17 machine. Bobby Grady running 3rd as we're single file coming out of 4. Alto looks outside still. He's not gaining any ground there, but he's going to try to make it work. Matthews looking strong, smooth on that inside line. He loses a bunch of time there to Alto. Alto's slowly getting up to him. Let's get a position done up here. He's slowly gaining. Look at that relative down there. That plus is how far behind Alto is, and he's gaining strong on that number 17 machine. Bobby Grady sitting in the wings here, waiting for something to happen as these two get closer together. Alto is slowly getting on to the number 17 machine of Dylan Matthews. Matthews holding it together here. He just doesn't have as much speed as that 54 right now. Wondering if he's going to save these tires here or if Alto's going to go ahead and try to get to the lead early. Remember, you get a bonus point if you lead a lap here, so Alto might be thinking that as well. Matthews Opening the inside to the 54. The 54 is looking inside, and we have a race here, folks. The 17 is loose off of 4. He almost gets down into the 54. The 54 has to go down with him, and we're still side by side, ladies and gentlemen. 17 on the outside, 54 on the inside. They're still side by side down the backstretch. Matthews still with the lead. Dylan Matthews holding strong. He's got a lot of pressure here from the 54. Guess who's here? Bobby Grady in the #1 machine. We have a race going on here, folks. It is getting good. Matthews still looking strong on that outside. Now he's gotten a little bit of a lead back. Alto still coming back strong on the inside. He's still looking. Bobby Grady waiting in the wings here. He's gaining ever so close as these two have been battling and fighting for the past 3 laps. Let's get down and see what's going on here. Let's get on board here with Taylor Alto and see how he's doing. He's been working the wheel here. He's been working it hard and trying to get onto that number 17 machine. As you can see there, he comes off. He's a little loose. Down the front stretch here, we get a good view. And Bobby Grady, you can see in that rear view, is not too far behind. But he runs a little higher in to the corner here and comes off a little bit quicker than that 17, but he just can't get the job done on the inside here. As the 17 runs a groove higher, and he's going to open the inside to that 54. Look how much ground he gains, and then he's real loose off that corner, holding it down low. But he still can't get to that 17 car. I think this 54 car's got a little bit more speed, but that 17 is just too strong when he gets up to him. Look at that. He's a little loose off the corner. This track is hot. This track is slick, and you guys are seeing it right now. As we get around here, Wenatchee Valley Super Oval hobby stock driver Taylor Alto looking for the lead here. Let's get a view from Bobby Grady, the battle going on here, what he's seeing. Buying his time. These two entered the same line there, the 17 and 54, and they're getting off about the same, and I think Alto's there this time by. He's not looking, but he's on that back bumper, that 17. Bobby Grady still looking back there, and we have a great battle going on here, folks. $17.54, as you can see back here. We still got battles going on back there. Bryson Richardson still running strong in the 4th position. Not far enough, not close enough to the front here, but that's all right. They'll get it done. Outside looks the number 54 here. Can he get it done on that 17? He can't. He's right on that back bumpers, folks. He wants that spot, and he wants it now. As he looks on the inside, he gets such a good run through the corner here, but he just can't get him off corner exit. He might be there, ladies and gentlemen. No, he's not. He's still looking strong. Bobby Grady looking for his way around as well. He looks fast here as well. The 54 finally gets a run on the outside, but can't make it stick, and Matthews still keeps the lead here. Matthews doing everything he can, doing a great job keeping this 54 back. He knows he's quicker, but he knows these tires don't last forever, and he's doing a great job trying to save those. But he looks a little loose, especially coming into turn number 4. Taylor Alto loose off that corner there, and he's lost a few tenths now to Dylan Matthews, but he's still gaining strong here, trying to figure out his way around. And Bobby Grady looking as well. And it looks like Macleod finally made it back out on track, but unfortunately he's going to be 4 laps down. This is not what he wanted to start his race number 2, especially after sweeping the weekend last weekend in the mini stocks at Thompson. We'll see if he can get enough cautions to get back to it, but it's going to be few and far between the way they've been racing. Let's get back to the lead here. As now the battles become between Grady and Alto, as Matthews is slowly getting away from the 54 here and showing the speed that he had all practice. Alto's been the quickest car, if not the best, between practice. He didn't have a great qualifying run, but qualified second and looked real strong in practice. But it looks like Bobby Grady's going to give him a run on the inside here, and he is. He's going to try it for that second spot, side by side into turn number 2. Off down into 3. Can't make it stick. Gives it back up to the 54. It's a tough corner to make a pass off, especially with how slick it is. And Alto all of a sudden got a speed boost, and he's back on the back bumper of the number 17 of Dylan Matthews. Matthews gave up a bunch of time there and let Taylor Alto get right back up to him. Alto still trying to figure out how to get around this 17 car. He might have the quickest car, but he just can't get it done. Matthews holding strong. Slowly building that lead on that number 54. Looked real smooth through that corner there and comes down the front stretch. But Alto gives him a run on for his money. Coming back down these stretches here, back stretch and front stretch. Just gains a bunch of time, gets a better exit off the corner, but he's still just not able to get up to that back bumper again. Brady has fallen back as well. Richardson still running way back behind these guys. Alto looks on the inside of the number 17. Can he get it done? They're side by side. Coming down the front stretch here. Matthews still with a strong lead. They can't get it done. Alto cannot get it done on this number 17 machine. He's just having a tough time. Inside, outside, he can't get it done. And Matthews just looks real strong here, especially when this 54 gets up to him to try to pass. These two battling together is going to allow Bobby Grady back into the show here. And the last thing they want to do is add another car here, especially when it's this close. But Matthews there, not able to get away from this number 54. He's back up to the point. Let's see if he can get it done here, folks. 54 looking strong, especially out of these corners. You can see the gap just close. There it is. Matthews swings wide through turn number 4. Coming down the front stretch. Just can't get it done. And that time, Matthews looked a little bit stronger down the front stretch. As they're coming up, Dominic Hunter is not too far ahead. Lap traffic may become a factor here. In less laps than they might want to. And Alto looks to the inside. Still can't get it done. Matthews doing everything he can to make this thing work, but there it is. Alto looks to the inside. Will he get a good enough run off this corner? It's tough. He's loose. They're both loose, and he's still inside of that 17 at his quarter. Can he get it done? Alto looks out of his door. Can he get it off this corner? The run off this corner is so strong for Matthews. Alto can't do anything about it. Unfortunately, that 54 is not going to be able to get around that 17 that lap. But he looks so strong on this 17 car. That 17 knows what to do, though. He's been in this predicament before. And this is how he's won a couple races here in the Northwest Short Track Tour, actually. He's been running real strong here, ladies and gentlemen, tonight. He's making the case for his 2025 season by running this strong here. Dylan Matthews hailing out of Tenino, Washington. Remember, he's a two-time Northwest Short Track Tour winner, but you saw that there, ladies and gentlemen, that car in front of Matthews. As they go side by side into 4. Alto made that move late. And I don't think Matthews knew it was happening. This is the best racing we've seen all night here. They're still side by side, but look at that run that Matthews got down the front stretch there. That was the closest Alto I think has been all night to passing that number 17 machine, and still couldn't quite get it done. They're slipping and sliding off the corners here as they slowly inch back in that lap traffic of Dominic Hunter. That outside line's working real well for Matthews. It's real defensive here, and gets a little loose down the front stretch coming out of that corner. And we'll see how this lap traffic affects that number 17. He looks for grip way up high, and Alto looking low, but I don't think he's going to be there off the corner. He is, folks! He's still there inside of that number 17. He's still inside. Can he get it to stay off this corner? He might, and they're still side by side. He's going to use the lap traffic as a pick. And Alto looking for the lead. He might get it off of this corner. Matthews still strong on his quarter panel. Gonna have a good run down the backstretch here. and still stay strong. Even with the pick from lap traffic, Matthews is still holding strong on the outside. He gets loose off the corner. They almost collide. Alto has to back out and give up the spot and go back to work on this number 17 machine. What a race here, folks. Matthews handed a bad deal of cards here and still oh, he's in the wall. Alto almost goes around trying to avoid it, and Bobby Grady's back in the show here. Grady to the outside of the 54. Can Grady get it done on the outside? He's looking strong. He gets loose. They're loose off the corner. They touch. They touch. They hold it together. Alto and Grady get together out of the corner here, and I think those slide of the tires there when Matthews got into the wall really changed everything around for him. Let Bobby Grady get to the outside, and now he's got to go back to work and chop this lead back down. 0.8 of a second back now. Remember, he was at 0.2, when they were fighting in side by side. Grady having to go back, and I wonder what else they could have done there, but unfortunate break here for the 54 as he is looking real strong. You know what? He's still closing on that 17 machine. They've cut it down 0.3 again in one lap. Taylor Alto looking strong. Last time by, what was the times here? He was 0.3 faster, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Grady running a little bit slower. The fastest car on track as we speak now is Taylor Alto. And he is gaining, ladies and gentlemen. You could see the gap each lap get lower and lower to that number 17 machine. That time by, 0.2 quicker. Bobby Grady, the fastest car on track right now, 23.39. Just a little bit quicker than that 54, but that 54 machine's a little bit quicker than your leader. Bryson Richardson slowly working his way back up, trying to get this gap cut back down now. About 3 seconds back, but the battle right now is between Taylor Alto and Dylan Matthews. Dylan Matthews still leading strong here. As these top three are under a blanket, ladies and gentlemen. Alto looking 0.3 back. Grady another 0.6 back. In that time, Grady was your fastest driver. That's last time by. Alto not far behind him, but they're both faster than your leader right now. As we approach halfway here, Alto's looking to lead a lap. It has been a struggle to get around this 17. He has just been on point each and every time that 54 gets even close. And that time, Matthews closed the gap, but still, that 54 is the fastest car on track. In the wall again goes Matthews. That allows Alto onto the inside, and he might have it. He pushes the 17 up. He might have to give it up. The 17 is passed for the first time tonight, ladies and gentlemen. New leader, Taylor Alto. To the point. Inside looks Matthews, and he's going to drive it in deep. Alto knew it. He knew it. It was going to come, but he's still looking on the inside. What a race here, ladies and gentlemen. Alto had the position, had the lead at the light, but Matthews drove it in hard into turn number 1 and got that spot back from the 54, and the 54 is not able to get it back. Matthews running a quick time that time by. He was not having it right there. He wanted that lead right back. He's trying to lead the most laps tonight. He's trying to get his points back. Alto with the bumper to the 17 into turn number 4. On the inside looks Alto. Bobby Grady in the mix as well. He can't get it done out of the corner here. He's been struggling all night on the inside to get around that 17. That 17 machine is holding on strong, but Grady wants a look. He looks way outside of the 54. Can he get it going out of this corner? I think he's got it. No, he doesn't have it on the 54. 54 goes back up the track. Grady looking for a way around this 54. He's on the outside. Let's go on board with Bobby Grady and take a look and see how he's going to be able to get around these guys. He's working out wheel. Matthews loose out of that corner. These guys are battling loose conditions here, and this fight right now has allowed Bryson Richardson to cut another 0.3 off. He might get up here, folks, before the end of this thing, have something to say about it. We could have a 4-car race for the lead as Richardson continues to show his prowess. As they kind of mellowed out here now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and crank it up here and let these guys go to work. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, and it's still 3 cars under our blanket for the lead. But don't look too quick. Bryson Richardson is still looking. Guess who's to the inside once again? Taylor Alto gets into the door of the 17, looking for the position. He knew he had to run him hard. Alto and Matthews fighting for the first position here. Can they get it done? Alto looks outside. Looks inside of that 17 car, but can't get it done. They're still side by side down the backstretch. He's running him high here, folks. He has to. Door to door still. Bobby Grady looks inside. We're 3 wide. Alto gets a point. Matthews almost loses it, and we have a new leader once again. Taylor Alto takes the lead. Matthews looks inside, still at his corner. Can he get it done? He's not able to get it done. Alto takes the point. And we'll see if Matthews can go back to work here. He drives it in deep and hard on that 54, and he's still not able to get there. What a run by these drivers here. Matthews loose all over the place, trying to get back up to the point. Alto looking to run away with the lead here, but he's still got to battle back on this number 17. We've seen him lead every single lap up to this point. Except that one when Alto got around, but still, Matthews, the dominant car all night. Is he going to be able to get it done around the 54? He's still on the inside. But remember, that 54 has come back and forth, and he's now slowly getting a gap built up. But inside looks Matthews. You know that inside line's not worked all night for the 54, and it's not going to work here for the 17 as well. But guess who's looking? Bryson Richardson. He has cut down the time. He has cut down a lot of time here, ladies and gentlemen. He is only 1.6 seconds back, and he has been the fastest car on track for the past few laps here. As you can see, he's running 23.5s, and Alto, your leader, is only running 23.6s. So let's go back up here to the... Bobby Grady gets it to the door of the 17. They're side by side coming down the front stretch here. Grady not able to make the pass. Dylan Matthews still holding strong onto that second position, but now it's become a door-to-door battle for this position. These guys have been struggling all night to find speed, and it's going to take getting a little rough with each other, and you've seen it with the 54, and now he's kind of walking away with the lead here. Matthews slowly losing it to the 54. And guess who's here? We're going to have a 4-car battle for the lead here, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a show all night as we're going to wind it down. 18 laps to go. When it come around, it's going to be 17 laps to go for this 54 machine. Matthews still trying to figure out a way back up to the point. We have a caution, ladies and gentlemen. We have a caution. What happened here?
Kind of talk me through what's going on again.
It looks like Dominic Hunter went around. Let's get a replay going. Let's get a replay going, ladies and gentlemen. Because we're going to take a look. Let's take a look here at what happened. We're going to pull it back up. We have Dominic Hunter going around, it looks like. Let's get it pulled up here for you. Yeah, he just went around with it. Gave it a little too much beans off the corner, and it has not been a good night here for the number 18. But this is going to change everything, folks. As Taylor Alto has the lead. No tires tonight. These boys are going to have to run on 60-lap old tires for the remainder of the race. Macleod gets a free pass, and that's going to put him only 3 laps down, it looks like here. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have one heck of a race, a battle for the lead here. Bryson Richardson out of Chehalis, Washington. He's a Northwest Short Track Tour one-time winner. Last year, he won the final race at Charlotte in the street stocks and sent out 2024 on a good note. I think he's going to start 2025 very strong here, ladies and gentlemen. He has been buying time all night. Remember, he was down to 4 seconds. 4 seconds back and managed to work his way back up to 1 second. Less than a second. And he was on Bobby Grady's bumper here for third. And this is going to be one heck of a show. Macleod only 2 laps down here. It looks like they're going to wave him all the way around. We might do the same here for Hunter. It looks like, yeah, Hunter is going to go ahead and get his laps back. Even though he caused a caution, we're trying to get these guys onto a lead lap here. And hopefully maybe we'll get a green flag going. So Taylor Alto is going to lead him around here. Dylan Matthews in second. Remember, he led all night. He's led the most laps all night. And it got taken from him with a door by Taylor Alto. Bobby Grady running third. He's ran third pretty much all night. Still had a great, strong car, but it's going to take a little bit more than that just to get up there. He had a door to Matthews, but still wasn't able to capitalize on that strong run he had. And Bryson Richardson. He's got a fast car, but it's going to take a lot to get around these 3 in front of him. These 3 are stout drivers, and the 08, while he might be the fastest, it's going to take a lot to get around 3 cars. So he's going to need to get something going on the restart here. Eco Barker running 5th. On the lead lap still. Good run for Eco Barker tonight. Only his first time out here at ARCA in the Richmond Raceway, so good run for him. Macleod, only 2 laps down here. Starting the back, and of course Dominic Hunter there. The cause of the caution. Looks like he just went around. He was looking for some stack up here. All right. Taylor Alto is going to lead him around here, folks. Pace car pulls off. We're going to see who can get it done. Who's going to get this restart? Alto takes the green. Matthews turns the 54. Oh my goodness. What happened? Ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to replay.
Hey,
Taylor Alto goes
you got
around.
on that came up into me. I'm not sure though.
Taylor Alto goes around. Let's go back and take a look here, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what I saw.
As they're going to discuss that, we're going to take a look and see what happened.
My bad. All good, man.
We're going to take a look here on that restart. Let's go ahead and get to it. Taylor Alto here. Had the point on the restart. Looks like it just goes around for him. We'll take a look again. Yeah, it's a hard angle to see here. Let's get a different angle. Unfortunately, that's going to be great news, though, for the one car. So he's going to go ahead and move up, and we don't have a tap yet on that one. I wonder how that's going to go, especially considering the 17 and 54 was involved there. So I don't think Matthews is tapped. I don't know if he's going to. But let's see if we can get a better angle. Yeah, it looks like the 54 just comes up. Let's go ahead and get to the chopper here, and we'll get to it. And you know what? That looks a little bit like two cars at once in the same spot. Yeah, it just comes up the track. It wasn't clear. Matthews was still holding him strong on the outside, so that's going to be the cause of second cautions. You can see some quarter panel damage there on the 54 car. As we'll go in chase mode here, and you can see all that damage on that back end of Taylor Alto's car. It's just going to cause a little bit of problems to get back up to the front here, but we only have 9 laps to go. Matthews leading the race. We don't have any taps here for that race, or for that incident, I should say. And we're going to head back to the replay after the race and figure out who did what.
You gave me a flag for passing him also. Did you clear that?
Bobby Grady going to be
I got you.
talking up here. And
thanks for saying something.
Grady going to get a black flag cleared for that incident there after a shakeup. But we're going to go back to green with about 7 laps to go if they double up here. Yep, 7 laps to go. Bryson Richardson, exactly what he wanted to see, you know. Running third now, and Taylor Alto is going to have to make some magic happen here if he wants to get back up there. Only 4 cars to beat, but you know how hard those cars are to pass. We've seen it all night. That 54 car's been there, and just can't get the inside to work for him. We'll see how aggressive he's going to be. We're going to start single file because of the consecutive cautions here, so we're going to try to minimize incidents and see what's going to happen. Matthews will lead. As we're going to take the green. Pace car pulls off. Matthews gets the green. Bobby Grady looking strong on that inside, and not a good start for Eco Barker, and that's going to ruin the chances for Taylor Alto, especially in these last few laps. We'll see if he can get it done. Grady into the back of the 17 car. Looking to the inside. Can he get it done? I don't think he can. He's still looking on the inside. He's there. Drives it in hard on the inside, and Matthews still holding strong on the outside. Matthews going to have a great run coming down here down the front stretch, and he makes it look strong. Grady still holding strong on the outside. Inside, excuse me. Still battling. Matthews on the outside. Grady made the inside look great all night, but that's not going to make it matter because Richardson's right there, and he takes it from Grady. Grady gives it up. Bryson Richardson going to look for the win here, but he's got a strong 17 car to get around, and that 17's been strong all night defending that first position. Richardson looks inside. Can he get it done? He's loose off the corner. Matthews in the wall. These two are going to be battling 5 laps to go, coming to 4. Matthews outside still, down the front stretch, a great run. Can he get it done? Bryson Richardson has Grady to his outside. Grady and Richardson go to work on each other, but Grady making it look great on the outside, and Richardson's still holding strong on the inside there, excuse me. Grady outside, inside looks Bryson Richardson on the door of the 17, and they're still side by side down the backstretch. Getting into turn number 1, the number 17 machine gives up that inside. He knows that outside works all night, but he hasn't had Bryson Richardson fighting with him, and Richardson's giving him a run for his money on that inside line. Look at that thing roll. Richardson looks strong. He almost has it on the 17. He does. He's got him clear. Richardson takes the lead with 2 to go. Matthews gives him the bumper, but Richardson holding strong on the inside, and he's walking away. Bryson Richardson leads, and we're going to come to the white flag. Dylan Matthews drives it in deep. Bobby Grady looks on his inside, and he might have him clear. Bryson Richardson to the point, white flag. That's the only few laps he's led all night. Dylan Matthews has lost 2 spots now. It's not looking good for him. Can he get back around Bobby Grady? Bryson Richardson has walked away with it. Inside looks Matthews on Grady for second. Will Matthews make the inside work? Bobby Grady's got the preferred line out of the corner. Matthews, Grady. Oh, Matthews is loose. He can't get it done. Grady takes home second place. Matthews going to have to settle for third after being so strong all night. And Taylor Alto bringing it home fourth. And Ryan Macleod bringing it home fifth. What a recovery for him after not being able to start the race.
He was loose.
So that was it. Ladies and gentlemen, Bryson Richardson, he's going to burn it down here on the front stretch and let it eat on the Cookout 400s logo. What a race, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to be back with your top 3 shortly, right after this. Bryson Richardson, go ahead and burn it down for us.
Screwed me over, man. Yeah. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to race number 2 at Richmond Raceway here for the Northwest Short Track Tour. preseason race number 2 is going to go to Bryson Richardson. We have Bryson Richardson on here now. Bryson, congratulations on first place. You had a strong car all night. Looks like you were gaining there towards the latter half of the race, especially after saving those tires. What happened in the early run there? You were about 4 or 5 seconds back, but able to make it work. What happened there in the beginning?
Like you said, it was just saving tires at the beginning. Kind of hoping for a long green flag run, and I got it. And that late race caution, it didn't end up hurting us at all. Car was still strong afterwards, and ended up coming away with the win.
Yeah, you look strong, especially towards the latter half of that race, and obviously walking away with the win here tonight. Looking strong in the point standings. I know you missed the first race there, but that's all right. Still plenty of points to be made up for some prizes, though. What are you looking forward to the most? It looks like I don't have the schedule with me right now, but are you going to be able to make it out for the next race, or are we going to see Bryson Richardson? Awesome. You're going to give a good shot here for the. We're going to give you a good shot here for the third race of the preseason race. Of course, that's going to be October 11th. Bryson, congratulations on your first place. Is there anything else we could get from you, your sponsors? Who you like to thank?
I'd just like to thank team behind me, the Mobile One car, ran strong all race. Thanks to the competitors for coming out and putting on a good show.
Thank you so much, Bryson. Congratulations on your first place. Ladies and gentlemen, number 08 car of Bryson Richardson, your winner tonight.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, had the mic muted there, so we're going to talk to our number 17 driver here. That was Dylan Matthews. Dylan Matthews was leading the race for a great majority of it for the early parts of the stage. Had a big battle with Taylor Alto there. Only going to bring it home third, unfortunately, after a strong run there. Dylan, what happened there? We had led a lot of laps. What all went backwards there for you towards the end?
I think we had a really strong car first part. I was laying down laps. I think I might have used it a little too much towards the front of the race. But towards the end, caution came out, cooled down our tires, and I think that really ruined our momentum. So we got really tight, and we're fighting to stay off the wall.
Yeah, you looked real loose coming out of the corners there, especially towards the later end, but you were having to hold off a strong, hard-charging Taylor Alto, and he gave you a lot of run there for your money. It looks like you were running the outside quite strong there for a majority of the race. Was that one of your secrets to keeping the lead, or is it just something that felt better there on the outside than the inside?
I think my car was rotating a little better. I think that also was maybe a little secret. This track is a pretty good track for me, and I like the high line, and you can kind of arc it into the corner, and I feel like that really helped me to keep off Taylor.
Well, you did a great job nonetheless. Bringing home third, I know that's not the result you wanted, but still going to walk away with some good points after a great qualifying run and a good run in the race. Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank the whole EBM team, Scene Demoing, Fearless Broadcasting, and everyone that came out tonight and made it a good show.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Dylan Matthews, your third place driver tonight. All right. We interviewed our top drivers there. Unfortunately, we're not able to get to Bobby Grady, but he's going to bring it home in second. Bryson Richardson, your winner tonight. Made it look real nice, real easy. All those things came together for him there towards the end. Like he said, he just saved his tires all night, made it work, and he's going to walk away with the win here in preseason race number 2. And that's going to do it for us here, folks, at the Northwest Short Track Tour Broadcasting Center. I'm Travis Barnes, working the cameras, talking tonight. It's been a little bit of a struggle. Thanks for sticking with us. And we're going to see you all in 2 weeks, October 11th, when we take on the first race of the season. And that'll be the third race of the preseason, as we're going to take a week off for the Fall Classic. Ladies and gentlemen, take care tonight. Have a good one. Enjoy your Saturday night. As always, we'll be back October 11th. Stay tuned.